Hello everyone, hello my dear students. So as you can see, this is part 3 of the chapter on the chapter integers. So we are going to discuss something more about integers, right? So today's topic is multiplication of integers. Today's topic is multiplication of integers. Write down. Multiplication, we are very much well aware of the process of multiplication, but now we are going to apply it to the integers. Integers, we are well aware, all the negative numbers as well as the positive numbers along with 0 are known as integers. So how do they multiply and what is the result, what is the product, how we do come to the product, how do we conclude that this is going to be the product? We are going to discuss it in this video. Okay. So see, the thing is, the basic rule is that a positive number when multiplied with a positive number, the output, the result, the product is again a positive number. For example 2, it's a positive because no sign is written over here, so it is understood that it is positive. Multiplied by 3, again no sign written over here, means that it is positive, will result into the product will be 6. So a positive multiplied by positive gives a positive number. Second thing, a positive, or you can say a negative, when multiplied by a negative again gives us the result positive. This is a basic rule. So let us take a negative number, minus 2. We multiply it with minus 4. So 2 into 4 will become 8, and minus into minus will become plus. Minus into minus will become plus. This is the rule. So a positive with a positive gives you positive. A negative with a negative gives you positive. The results are same. So when the sign is same, the result or the product is going to be positive. But if the sign is different, like one number is negative and the other one is positive, like you can say if one number is minus 2 and the other number is 5. So what will be the outcome? 2 into 5 will give you 10, but minus into plus will give you minus. So if one of the numbers is negative, the result is going to be negative among two numbers. So negative multiplied by positive gives you the result negative. Again, if you take a positive and multiply it with negative, the result is again going to be negative. Like for example, you took 5 and you multiplied it with minus 6. So 5 6 are 30, and minus one of the number is minus negative number, so plus into minus will give you minus 30. So positive number with a negative number gave us a negative number. So when the signs are different, the output is coming out to be negative, but when the sign is same, the output is coming out to be positive. This you can note down for your knowledge. So my dear students, on page number 15 of your book, under the heading multiplication of integers, it is given the very first line, the product of two integers with same sign is positive. The product of two integers with the same sign is positive. Now you can see product of two integers with same sign positive, same sign positive. Now it is written in the next line, the product of two integers with opposite signs is negative. The product of two integers with opposite signs, minus 2 into plus 5, opposite signs, the result is minus 10. So we can see whatever it is written, we are able to see that. Now see, the next thing is an important observation. If we take -1 and multiply it with -1, what is going to be the outcome? The product 1 into 1 will give you 1, and minus into minus will make it plus, because we have seen that a positive with a positive gives you positive, a negative with a negative gives you positive, a negative with a positive gives you negative, a positive with a negative gives you negative. So two negatives will give you positive. Okay, fine, no problem. Now if we took -1 3 times, now what will be the result? -1 into -1 will give you positive 1. So this can be solved in 2 steps, and positive 1 with a -1 will give you what? Negative 1. So the final result was negative 1. This can be said. Okay. Now let us increase the frequency. We took -1 4 times and we are going to multiply them together. So 2 of them can be multiplied at a time. So -1 into -1 going to give you positive 1, -1 into -1 going to give you positive 1, positive 1 into positive 1 is going to give you positive 1. So the result can said to be positive 1, right? Okay, let us see one more time. -1 multiplied by -1 5 times, up to 5 times. So -1 into -1 going to give you 1, -1 into -1 going to give you 1, and this -1 will be noted down as it is. 1 into 1 1, and into -1 is going to give us -1. So the output, the product is -1. So what do we see over here? What do we see over here? We see that when -1 was 2 times, the number is 1, so the output is going to be 1. Here what we are going to observe is the case of what happens when we take the negative sign and how many times we take it. So when negative sign was taken 2 times, the result was positive, the product was positive. When minus was taken 3 times, negative sign was taken 3 times, 1, 2 and 3, the output was negative. Again when negative sign was taken 4 times, 1, 2, 3 and 4, output was positive, product was positive. When it was taken 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 times, the product was negative. So 2 times positive, 3 times negative, 4 times positive, 5 times negative. 2 times is an even number, 4 times is an even number. So from this you can conclude that negative sign, whenever it is going to be in even number of times, the result will be positive. When negatives will be even number of times, the product will be positive. And when the negatives will be odd number of times, like here you can see 3 times, like here you can see 5 times, when they are going to be odd number of times, the output is going to be surely negative. So this important conclusion we can draw from these observations. Okay, so we got some basic ideas about the multiplication. So let us do some calculations. Okay, fine. Let us take a question. 4 into 2 into -3. So many ways are there to solve this question, but for me, if I want to solve this, I will do the multiplication of these two numbers. 4 into 2 will give me 8, and then into -3. and 8 3s are 24, and one of them is negative, so answer is going to be negative. As simple as that, right? 3 numbers were there, 2 numbers taken at a time, multiplied, positive positive, result positive, then again 2 numbers, so positive negative, result negative. Multiplication, the process is same. Fine. Let us take another problem. -11 multiplied by -9 multiplied by 4. Right. So 11 into 9. First of all, I am looking for numbers. 11 into 9 going to give me 99. Minus into minus, I will check out the sign with the sign. Minus with the minus will give me positive. So 99 into 4, 9 4s are 36, 3 carry, 9 4s are 36 and 3 39, so 396, positive 396 is going to be the answer. So in this way we can solve some of the problems. So next is properties being followed while doing the multiplication of integers. So property number 1, as we discussed in addition and subtraction also, is the same property, the property being called as closure property. Closure property. Try to remember what was the closure property in addition. If a and b are 2 integers and we are adding them, then the result is also going to be an integer. Correct, right? So, and the same goes for subtraction also. So in multiplication, integers also follow the law of closure property under multiplication. When you are going to multiply 2 integers, let us suppose a and b are 2 integers, and if we are multiplying them, the result is also going to be an integer. The result is also going to be an integer. The product of 2 integers is also an integer. This is called as closure property. Very simple. So please, you can note it down. I have given you in detail in your notes also, so you can note it from there also. Let us see this by an example. Let us take 2 and minus 5. Both are integers. On multiplying, you will get 2 5s are 10 and one of them is negative, so answer will be negative. Minus 10, 2 is an integer, minus 5 is an integer, and minus 10 is also an integer, so it is being followed. Closure property is being followed. Here comes the next one, the second property called as commutative property. Commutative property. So what does commutative property wants to say? Commutative property wants to say that if you are having 2 integers a and b and you are multiplying a and b, and if you are doing the same but you are multiplying b and a, the result is going to be the same. The result is going to be the same. Whether you multiplied a with b or you multiply b with a, the output is going to be the same. Let us see it by an example. Take a number 3, another number minus 6, then minus 6 will be first and then 3 will be afterwards. 3 6 are 18, one of them is negative, answer will be negative. 6 3s are 18, one of them is negative, answer will be negative. Both are equal? Yes, both are equal. So commutative property is being followed in the multiplication. Now comes the third one, my dear students. So the third property is identity property. Now what this identity property wants to say? Identity property says that 1 is the identity, multiplicative identity of all the integers, it is multiplicative identity written in the definition, right? So a is an integer when multiplied by 1, or 1 is being multiplied into a, the result is going to be the integer a. There is going to be no change in the value of a, neither with the sign, neither with the magnitude, no change, right? So this is the identity property. Let us see this very simple property. 5 multiplied by 1, or you do 1 multiplied with 5, the answer will be 5. So it is the identity property. Now comes the fourth one, which is named as associative property. Associative property. Now what does this property wants to say? If you are having three numbers, and you are multiplying the first two numbers, and if you are having the same three numbers but you are multiplying the last two numbers first, the output is going to be the same, the product is going to be the same, the result is going to be the same. Let us see it by an example. Take three numbers, 2, -3, 4, put a bracket so that we can say that we are going to multiply it first by the BODMAS, and then same number, so 2, -3 and 4, place the brackets over here. Now as the bracket is present, we will solve this first. 2 into -3, 2 3s are 6, minus sign, so -6, -6 into 4. Let us solve the right hand side also. 2 into 3 4s are 12, minus sign is here, so -12. -6 into 4, 24, 6 4s are 24, and with a minus sign. 2 into 12, 12 2s are 24, and with the minus sign. So the result is coming out to be the same. So the associative property is being followed by the multiplication. So now last but not the least, the fifth one, called distributive property. This we are going to use for a long time. So you must know this property, distributive property. This property says that if there is an integer a and is multiplied with b plus c, please pay attention, b plus c. So what happens? The multiplication is distributed to both the numbers. A will be multiplied with b also, and a will multiplied with c also. So the result will be a into b plus a into c, a into b plus a into c. And same happens with subtraction. If there will be minus, there we will put minus. So this property is called as distributive property. Let us check out with the example. So take a number, we are taking 2 3 4, so let's take a different number. Take 7 multiplied by 8 plus 9, right? Or if you want to see an example of negative subtraction, so take -9, right? So we can solve this and then multiply it with this number also, or in order to check the distributive property, that whether it is being followed over here or not, we can check it. So what we have to do, we have to multiply 7 with 8. So 7 8s are 56, minus, so minus, then 7 nines are is 63, and 56 minus 63 is minus 7. So if on the left hand side you would have solved, 8 minus 9 would have give you minus 1, and minus 1 multiplied with 7 will again give you minus 7. So both the results are coming out to be the same. The left hand side is equals to right hand side, hence verified. Hence this law is verified. It has been proved that it is true for multiplication, distributive property. So now we have discussed all of the things. So let's come to the exercise. The exercise is exercise 1b. I hope 1a all have attempted. Those who are having doubts, place your doubts. You can WhatsApp me on my number. You can put it in your comment box. I will surely respond to that. So the first question of the exercise is find the product. Find the product. You have to simply find the product. So in question number 1, there are a lot of parts. There are 8 parts. So let us discuss them one by one. The first one is an easy one. 11 multiplied by 6. Now see, both the numbers are positive. We are not concerned about the sign. Don't worry about the sign. Just multiply. 11 6 66. Result is also positive. Although we have been doing this, but we were not paying attention to the sign. But now as we have learned the chapter integers, we can see how the sign is going on, how the result of the sign is coming out to be, right? So this is the way in which you have to solve it. The second one, 6 multiplied by minus 7. So 6 sevens are, ignore the sign first, multiply the number. 6 sevens are 42, and then there is a minus sign, so minus 42, right? The third one, minus 412 multiplied by minus 2, right? So what I said, ignore the sign first, multiply the number. 2 2s are 4, 1 2s are 2, 4 2s are 8. 2 2s are 4, 1 2s are 2, and 4 2s are 8. 824. 824. Yes, it is correct. Minus into minus is going to give you plus. So our answer is plus. No need to place plus sign. So the answer is correct. In this way you have to solve it. Now in this way you can solve all the parts, I hope. Let's take an example of more than 2 number so that you are able to do that type of problem also. So I am taking the 7th part. Minus 20 multiplied by 4 multiplied by minus 8 multiplied by 2. Right. So there are many ways of solving this problem. One of the way which I am thinking of right now is to multiply 2 of the numbers at a time and then multiply later on. So 24s are 80 minus 80. 8 2s are 16 minus 16. Then 0, so place a 0. 16 8s are, right? 16 8s are. So minus 80 into minus 16. So 0, place the 0. 16 8s are 128. Minus minus going to give you plus. So 1280 is going to be your answer. So in any of the way you can solve, you can multiply these 2 numbers, then with this number, then with this number, or these 2 numbers, then this number. So whatever way you can choose, but the methodology should be correct. Okay, so question number 2. Question number 2 is of verifying. Verifying means you have to check. When it is said that you have to verify, it means that you have to check whether the statement is correct or not, equation is correct or not. So equation, what is equation? In an equation there is equals to, and by the left side we say the left hand side, and on the right we say the right hand side. So we do calculation on both the sides and we check that whether left hand side value is matching with the right one or not, right? So the question is 19 multiplied by 5 plus minus 2. 5 plus minus 2. Am I correct? Yes. And in the next one it is saying that 19 into 5, then it's in bracket plus 19 into minus 2. Now see, minus 2 has been kept as a separate number over here. So 19 into, if you are using the small bracket, use the small brackets only. So 5 plus minus 2. Now bracket means what? Multiply, we have already discussed. So plus into minus will give you minus. So you are going to get 5 minus 2 in bracket. On the right hand side, 19 5s are 95 plus 19 2s are 38 minus sign to minus 38. 19 5 minus 2 3 equals 95 minus plus minus minus 38. 19 3s are anyone? 57, correct? Then here 95 minus 8, 1 carry, 15 minus 8, 7, and then here 8 minus 3, 5, so 57. So what you got? Now you are seeing that left hand side is equals to the right hand side. So this was nothing, this was the distributive property. In brackets there is a sum and there is a number outside with multiplication. Here 19 is multiplied with 5, then 19 is multiplied with minus 2. So this was going to happen. LHS is equals to RHS. So it was distributive law. But we had to just verify it. So we will write down that LHS is equals to RHS. Hence verified. It is enough to explain the teacher. Question number 3 is an interesting one. At some places there have been the value has been put as x, and you have to find what value we need to place at the point of x. So if I take the first part, it is like 6 minus x in brackets is equals to minus 24. So what is that number which needs to be placed at the position of x? So 6 multiplied by negative, the number is negative, so answer is going to be surely to be negative. X, what number should be x so that the output, the product is 24? So 6 how many times gives 24? 4 times. So x is surely going to be 4. X is surely going to be 4. So you can directly write down x is equals to 4, because 6 into minus 4 will give you minus 24. Let us see one more. Let us take the third one. Minus x and minus 3, and the product is 12. So what is that number which on multiplying with minus 3, the negative, gives us the positive 12? So minus is already here. If 4 would have been here, minus into minus plus 4 3s are 12, 12 12, LHS is equals to RHS. So x is equals to 4 is the answer. In this way also you can do. Now fourth one is true and false, right? True or false. So whether the statement is correct or not correct, according to that you have to mention that whether it is true or whether it is false. So the first part, the first statement says that the product of two integers is always greater than both the integers. The product of two integers is always greater than both the integers. Now what happens if we take 5 and if we take 1? If we take 5 and if we take 1, have you understood the question? Question कह रहा है कि दो इंटीजर का प्रोडक्ट जो है वो हमेशा उन दोनों इंटीजर से बड़ा ही होता है, उन दोनों इंटीजर से बड़ा ही होता है. तो क्या ऐसा हमेशा होता है क्या? अगर हमने एक इंटीजर ले लिया 5 और दूसरा ले लिया 1, तो इनका प्रोडक्ट क्या मिलेगा? 5. तो क्या 5 5 से बड़ा है क्या, या 5 1 से बड़ा है क्या? 5 1 से तो चलो बड़ा है, 5 5 से बड़ा है क्या? नहीं ना. तो ऐसा हमेशा नहीं होता है. सो द आंसर शुड बी फॉल्स. The product of integers is commutative. Second statement is saying that the product of integers is commutative. The product of integers is commutative. Yes, commutative law is followed in integers. Whether you do a into b or you do b into a, the result is same. So yes, it is true. Third one, minus 1 is the multiplicative identity of integers. No. We learned, we discussed that 1 is the multiplicative identity of integers. If you are going to multiply 1 in any number, you are going to get the same number. But that is not with minus 1. If you are going to multiply minus 1 with 5, you are going to get minus 5. Minus 5 and 5 both are not the same thing, right? So it is going to be false. Third one, it has been written as like a into brackets b minus c is equals to a into b minus a into c for all integers a, b, c. It is correct, and this property is the property which we know as, yes, associative. No, distributive property. Distributive property, right? So it is true. It is true. Distributive property. Fifth one, the successor of 0 into minus 8 is 1 into minus 8. The successor of 0 into minus 8 is 1 into minus 8. Now see, what is successor? Successor is the number which comes after, one after. That is, we are going to add 1 to the number, then you are going to get the successor. So if you write 0 into minus 8, the product is going to be 0. So the successor of this number is going to be 1, not 1 into minus 8. So this is going to be false. So this was question number 4. Then there is question number 5. Question number 5 is a word problem. So we have to understand the problem first, and then we will come to the solution, and we will write down the solution step by step. Yesterday in that exercise 1A, I just told you how to solve the word problems, but how to make statements and write it properly in your copy, that we will discuss today. I missed that point in the previous part, so we will discuss it today. So Divya has 60 rupees in her wallet. Divya has 60 rupees in her wallet. Each day she takes out rupees 5. Each day she takes out rupees 5. What integer represents the change in the number of rupees in her wallet over 6 days? What integer represents the change in the number of rupees in her wallet over 6 days? Right. So we have to express this change in the number form, numeric form, integer form. So solution to the question number 5, total rupees is 60 rupee. Rupee taken out per day is equals to 5 rupees. Total rupees she was having, Divya was having 60 rupees in her wallet. Each day she is taking out 5 rupees. So after 6 days, rupees left with her will be calculated how? 60 plus rupees taken out can be taken negative, so minus 5, and minus 5 is taken one day. So if 2 days she is taking out, minus 5 into 2. If 3 days, minus 5 into 3. If 4 days, minus 5 into 4. Likewise, she is taking out the monies for 6 days, so minus 5 into 6. So 60 plus minus 5 into 6. So 5 6 are 30, and minus and plus will give you minus 60 minus 30, 30 rupees. So she is left with 30 rupees. In this way we can write down. So the problem over here says that the Divya girl has total rupees 60 rupees in her wallet. She is taking out 5 rupees per day, and she is doing it for 6 days. So if she is taking out the rupees, we can assign it a negative sign. So minus 5 rupees is being done if we check, if we are going to find out the change in rupees, the change in amount. So the amount is 60 rupees, taking out 5 rupees, so we have taken it minus, and for 6 days she is doing that, so it is being continuously being done for 6 days. So minus 5 into 6, that is minus 30 rupees. There will be a change of minus 30 rupees. That is going to be the answer. Question number 6. In question number 6, it is saying that there is a function a and a box is met. A box B. It is any function. It has not been mentioned, and this function's meaning is that you have to do A into B plus B into B minus 2A and minus B. In the book it is written multiply. I have placed brackets over here. Brackets also means multiply. So if it is according to the question, it is like this, that this formula means this formula, then what will be the output of minus 8 in this function along with minus 2? What is going to be the result of this? So let us place it like this. So minus 8 into minus 2 plus minus 2 into minus 2. Let's use brackets because a lot of calculation is being done over here. Minus 2 and then minus 8 and then minus B, so minus of minus 2, because one minus is in the formula and the other one is in the value. So 8 2s are 16, minus minus plus, 2 2s are 4, minus minus plus, minus 2 minus 8, minus minus going to be plus, so write plus 2. 16 plus 4, 20, minus 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 again plus, this minus is going to come out and multiply with this minus sign, make it a positive sign. So 2 2s are 4, 4 8s are 32, 2 2s are 4 and 4 8s are 32. 20 plus 32 is going to give you 52. So 52 is going to be the answer. Question number 7. In question number 7, it is saying that there is a female Asiatic black bear. There is a female Asiatic black bear which weighs about 110 kg before hibernation. Hibernation is a process in which the animals go into a long sleep, right? So the Asiatic black bear weighs 110 kg before hibernation, and she loses 2 kg per month during its 6 months of hibernation. Now she is not eating anything during that sleeping period, so is going to lose some weight. So per month she is losing 2 kg of weight, and she is doing the hibernation for 6 months, right? So we have to write an expression for this, and we have to calculate how much she weighs after the hibernation. So weight of black bear before hibernation is 110 kg. Then she loses 2 kg per month. So loss in weight per month is of 2 kg. So after 6 months, the expression will be 110 kg was the initial weight plus minus 2 kg is the weight lost per month, and she is doing it for 6 months, so multiplied by 6. This is going to be the expression. Now if we are going to solve this, we are going to get the answer. So 110 minus 2 into 6 minus 12. So 110 minus 12 is going to give us 98 kg. So 98 kg is going to be the answer. Now question number 8 and 9 are of MCQ type. So 4 options are given in your questions. In question number 8, it is asking which of the following product is different. So you have to do the product of each one of them, and you have to check that which one of them is going to give you a different product. Or you can simply see in option 1 there is minus 8, 2, 5 and minus 4. So at 2 places it is having minus sign. In option 3, at 3 places it is having minus sign. In option C, it is having again 2 places minus sign, and option D again 2 places minus sign. So the places where two places are having minus sign, the output will be positive. We have learned that negatives, if they are in even number, they become positive, and if they are in odd number of times, they are going to be negative. So the negative answer will be of B. So option B is correct. Question number 9. Every week you earn 100 rupees, but every other week you spend 25 rupees. What is the total amount of money you have after 8 weeks? Now it's a good question. Question number 9. It is saying that each week earning is 100 rupees. Suppose there is a person, you is the person, and you are earning 100 rupees every week, like your pocket money, though it is a good amount of money, but still, let us suppose what is the big deal in supposing. So every week you earn 100 rupees, but every other week you spend 25 rupees. Every other week you spend 25 rupees. What is the total amount of money you have after 8 weeks? So after 8 weeks, how much an amount of money is left with you? So total money earned during this 8 weeks will be 8 into 100 that is 800 rupees, and every other week you spend, so the consecutive week, or you can say second week, then fourth week, then sixth week, then eighth week. So expenditure is a strong word, which means spending money. You're spending money on something, purchasing, buying things. So expenditure, all of the things you are doing, spending, whatever you are spending money, so that is going to come under expenditure. So expenditure during 4 weeks, because each week the expenditure is not being done, it is done every other week. Every other week means we are going to leave 1 week and then the other week, then again we are going to leave 1 week and then the other week. So 8 weeks divided by 2, 8 weeks divided by 2 will give you 4 weeks. So in 4 weeks the expenditure will be, so you are spending how much? You are spending 25 rupees. You are spending 25 rupees. So you are spending, so it will be counted into negative, and 4, so minus 100 rupees. So amount left, or you can say you're saving. So 800 minus 100, that is 700 rupees is left with you. So here we end the session today. The part 3 ends over here. There is a challenge given in your book also, so I'm leaving the challenge up to you. Let's see how many of students can do this challenge on their own. First of all, face the challenge on your own, and then if you are not going to get it, I will surely help. Okay then, bye bye.